So the official reveal for October's PlayStation Plus games is actually due out tomorrow. It appears that the games have been leaked early. This has happened for a couple of months now, where we've ended up knowing the games before the official reveal anyway. And funny enough, 2 of the games that are on that list are games that have actually been rumoured over the past month or so. We've got quite a few things to talk about today though, including that, some bonus content and some other stuff as well. But as usual, before we get into it, if you guys do need to renew your PlayStation Plus memberships, if you want to get your PSN credit on the cheap, or if you just want to get your pre-ordered games at a decent discounted price, make sure you check out the sponsor, Instant Gaming. The link down below will give you a little bit more of a discount, and it is definitely worth checking out. Just makes your gaming just that little bit cheaper. But let's get into it. First things first, the drop. We didn't do it yesterday. There's only one game out this week that I'm actually interested in checking out, and it's a game called Chernobyl. Now this game is a sci-fi survival game, and pretty much it's a full 3D scan of Chernobyl, where the massive nuclear disaster happened, where you get to explore and try and survive, and a load of other stuff as well. It looks pretty cool, and to be fair, and I think the only reason I'm even interested in this is after watching like the Chernobyl series of actually exploring the area, seeing what happens, and I wonder what the game's actually going to be like. It intrigues me, so it's something that I'm looking forward to checking out, and something that I really can't wait to play. Hopefully, it's not a letdown though. But onto the main stuff, onto the rumours or the appeared leak. The 3 games that appear to have been leaked are 3 pretty decent games as well, to be fair. Now, the first one is a game that was actually rumoured like a week or so ago, and it's a game called Hell Let Loose. Now, it's a multiplayer tactical FPS game, which is always a bit hit and miss because, let's be honest, when it comes to different shooters that people aren't used to, people tend to stick to what they know. So at the moment, it's usually like Fortnite, Apex, COD or Battlefield. And the other games that kind of come out are usually a bit of a letdown just because the mechanics and stuff don't live up to the competition. However, I've got to admit, Hell Let Loose does look pretty cool. And pretty much you get to fight the battles of the Western and Eastern fronts during World War II. Whether or not it's going to be a decent game, whether or not it lives up to the hype, not too sure, but fingers crossed this one comes in, because I always love to find myself a new shooter. But the second one is Mortal Kombat X. Now this was actually rumoured not too long ago either. If you follow the videos and you watch every week, you'll know about a month or so ago this was actually rumoured to be coming to PlayStation Plus. And it's always nice when the leaks and the rumours and stuff actually come in. But Mortal Kombat X, it's a game that I already own. It's pretty cool, to be fair. I grew up kind of playing Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Out of the pair, Mortal Kombat was always my favourite, just because I'd watched the movies. There was even a TV series at one point that was like really old that I really enjoyed. And I think it's just more, I love the characters that are in it. Like my favourite character from Mortal Kombat has got to be Sub-Zero, and Scorpion at like a close second. Curious to see what you guys think. Out of Mortal Kombat, who's your favourite character? Leave a comment down below. But the third game is PGA Tour 2K21. Now, I like my golf games, I'm not going to lie, and the last one that I actually purchased and the last one that I actually properly played was Rory Mac PGA Tour, and I absolutely loved it. I played it a lot with my friends online, just because it was so chilled out, and I love the mechanics of the game. It was just really fun to play. So if PGA 2K21 comes to PlayStation Plus, for me personally it's going to be pretty amazing, because it's a game that I really want to play anyway, so not having to buy it and it coming to PlayStation Plus would just be a bonus. But if the leak is true, which game are you guys most looking forward to? Leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts. But moving on, bonus content. It's always nice to get something for free, whether or not it is through PlayStation Plus or through a different service. And this one, as usual, is through Twitch Prime. Now, don't worry if you don't have an active membership. There's a link down below that will give you a 30-day free trial so you can claim this stuff and a load of other free stuff as well. But the free stuff that we're going to be looking at is for a game called Dauntless. It's a Monster Hunter style game where you'll kind of get a mission, you'll get stuck in an area and you have to defeat a big monster, and there's loads of stuff to unlock. When it first came out, it was a little bit slow. I know it's had a ton of updates. It's something that I played when it initially came out, but I haven't really played it since. However, the free stuff does look pretty cool. You can actually claim yourself a Mortar Spear Warpike skin, and that is a mouthful. A supply pack, and a Primus Purple Armor Die. Again, if you don't play the game, it's always worth kind of claiming this stuff, because if at any point you do decide to jump and try it, you've got some free cosmetic stuff kind of sat there waiting for you, and it's always nice to stand out from the crowd. When you're a newbie and you've got the basic skins, everyone always kind of looks at you funny, but when you've got some cool stuff, it's always a nice little bonus. What have I been playing? You guys always ask in the comments on Twitter and stuff what games I'm playing at the moment, and this week I've been playing a new free-to-play shooter called Splitgate. Now, you can see the gameplay in the background. I don't even know how to explain the game, what it's a cross between. It's obviously a cross between Portal, because like when it's an FPS game, rather than just the running around, you can put a portal down and another portal across the map, and you can kind of easily get back to where you want. The way that I play the game, rather than using it for quick travel, I don't know how to describe it. Like, if I find like a nice little area that's kind of cut out and away from like the big fights, and I put my first portal down there, I can run into the fight, shoot people. If I start getting a little bit low on health or I get cornered, put a portal down, go through it, and I'm back in my little safe area to then go back out and get behind them and stuff. But you can shoot through your portals as well, so you can kind of, if you see an enemy go around a corner and you can put a portal down in front of you and you can kind of fire one across the map, you can like literally see them running ahead, even though you can't see them where you actually stood to take them out. It's absolutely crazy. There's like jump boosts and stuff in it as well. I suppose it's a bit of a cross between either like Black Ops 3 and Portal, or possibly more like Halo and Portal. But it's a really fun FPS. It's free. You can play it right now. And you can use a code as well. I'll put it up on screen. It's a referral, and I would really, really appreciate if you use it, because I'm absolutely loving this game. Definitely check it out. It's also got like the usual battle pass and skins and stuff. It's definitely worth a play if you're looking for a new shooter. Before I get on to my predictions, if you guys are curious about my setup, like the mic, the PC software and stuff that I use, if you're looking at creating content yourself, there'll be links down below. It's definitely worth checking out if you're interested. I don't use high range stuff. It's kind of like mid range, so it's not the cheapest, it's not the most expensive, but it kind of does the job pretty well. But onto my predictions, the two games that I'm going to go for, two completely different style of games, but two pretty cool games as well. First up is a game called Skater XL. Now, if you grew up playing like skate games, for me, I think Skate 3 was probably my favourite of the older Tony Hawk's ones. Skater XL is just like a very similar style of game, apart from it's out on next gen console. It's not too bad, but even after playing it, I still preferred Skate 3, so take that as you will. It's still worth a play if you're interested in skateboarding games and sports stuff. But the second one that I'm going to go for is a game called Ghost Runner. Again, it's pretty cool. You look at the gameplay, it's kind of, it reminds me a little bit of like Mirror's Edge with the free running style. Apart from the graphical style stands out and looks really, really cool. It's like a cyberpunk art style, I suppose. Again though, just my predictions. I know that there's appears to have been a leak anyway, but it's kind of just thrown in there because, as you know, when it comes to the leaks, you have to take it with a pinch of salt. Sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not true, but fingers crossed we do get something decent. Any of the games that I have mentioned today, if you're looking for new people to play with, make sure you jump in the Discord. When it comes to multiplayer PlayStation Plus games, it's just an easy way to find people to play with, so you're not stuck playing solo. And any other gaming news that I don't make videos on, whether it's just little snippets from games that I'm playing, little freebies or updates on games and stuff, it usually gets shared over on my Twitter, so if you're interested in that, make sure you follow it over on there. I know I had to share something yesterday. There's a game called Stranded Deep. This has been free on PlayStation Plus, and I complained that the only thing I didn't like about it was the fact that it was an island survival that had a building gathering aspect, but it was only single player. And today there's actually an update that makes it multiplayer, so you can actually play it with a friend. I think it's only co-op rather than like an actual online update, but even so, being able to play it with a friend just makes the game even better. And one more thing just to finish up, again, if you do need to renew your PlayStation Plus memberships, make sure you check out Instant Gaming. Everything on there is usually like 20 to 30% off, so it's definitely worth checking out. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.